I see you planning the SMT Tech Day, Mr. Macon.
Who said that?
I did, Mr. Macon. Don't you know your students aren't up to the challenge?
I don't care what you say. Whether they complete the task or not, I'm going to make sure they give it their all.
How can you guide your students when you can't even control your chair?
Ah! Oh!
Ah! You'll never escape my chair of doom. Chattels, didn't I tell you to tie him down with rope?
One time a year, a challenge unfair. It goes from here to over there. Tech Day, a challenge we all bravely face. Tech Day, moving stuff from place to place.
Hello, and welcome to this very special episode of Science. My name is Macon, Nate Macon, and I'm Skyview High School's physics teacher. Today is our annual SMT Tech Day, and today's theme is James Bond.
Drink, sir?
Coffee, shaken, not stirred. We always wondered how Q made all those James Bond gadgets. Well, today we're going to find out. Here's the challenge. Students have just one day, today, to design and build a device that can coast down a 33-degree incline, launch off a ramp, over a gap, land on a grind rail, and then come to a full stop. It's kind of like in the movie, The Living Daylights, when Bond skis his car down a hill and leaps a building to get away from the bad guys. Now, I'd love to show you that clip, but I don't want to get sued. So here's a really horrible reenactment. What do you think of my new van? Kiss me, James! Now, we do Tech Day every year, and every year the challenge is different. But it's not just about building something. It's about students using teamwork and their brains to solve a problem, kind of like in real life. Now let's head over to the auditorium where my students are waiting to get started. So I would like to cover that. Here's what the students are allowed to use for this challenge. 3 wire hangers, 4 ping pong balls, 5 sheets of construction paper, 10 pipe cleaners, 15 paper clips, 1 meter of tape, 1 meter of string, 10 rubber bands, something that rolls brought from home, like a toy car or a roller skate, an action figure brought from home, 1 mouse trap, 15 popsicle sticks, 1 shoebox, and their keen sense of dry British humor. So I've explained the challenge to the students, they've broken up into groups, they've signed in, they've received their materials, and now they're ready to build behind me. So here's what we got. We got a ramp that's 4 meters long. It's at a 33-degree angle to the ground, with a launch at the end that's 60 degrees. And so we're looking to get really good high arch off of some of these devices.
So we're gonna raise the wheels on this car, or raise the car, lower the wheels, and then we're going to straighten out these clothes hangers to grind the car, and we haven't decided how to stop it yet. So that's still a problem we have to solve.
Close. So far, we've got a big cardboard box. We attached swivel wheels to the bottom, hoping that it would have enough, it would roll fast enough to get going, and we had it sideways so that it would fit kind of through the curve. It would roll through the curve without getting kind of like high-centered or stuck.
But now we just need some weight on the back so it doesn't tip.
Yeah, so we got to get some weight inside of it, and we got to find a way to keep the wheels in because it just fell out. Pull down.
Yeah. Oh, the bigger box that we had the other wheels on, we're going to put this basically on the top side of that, and then while it's sitting on there with these as the arms hanging out, it'll basically be like a shuttle launch. The main bigger part of the body is going to fall off as it hits the ramp and then slide down with the smaller piece just going.
This challenge is impossible. Stopping Macon will be even easier than I imagined.
After they go off the ramp, they should land on these, the grind rails. The grind rails should take them all the way to the target zone on the ground.
I think we should focus on the grinding part more than this.
Yeah, because I feel like maybe if we weight it...
Do a backslide, forward slide.
Because we can try as many times as we want. So if we get it that one time, and then it jumps off.
That doesn't roll.
No.
Yeah, but also if you outside weight, but if you put weight on the front with the side.
Yeah! Now some of the groups stuck with their original design and tried to refine it throughout the day.
We are now trying to build tennis balls on each side and try to stabilize it more so it goes straighter. So even out the weight a little bit.
Others changed their designs 3 or 4 times before finding what worked best.
We made it shorter, kind of, so it wasn't so big and maybe a little more aerodynamic.
So they finished their build, and now they're in the practice stages over here. And they're kind of figuring out what works and what doesn't.
It doesn't go anywhere.
You're never going to get away with this. Do you expect me to give up?
No, Mr. Macon. I expect you to... Well, yes, I was kind of hoping, what with the laser and all, and the inherent danger therein, you know, coming at you, you're all tied up there with inability to move. I mean, it seems like, you know, you might...
Today's famous scientist is Nikola Tesla, a pioneer in the development of commercial electricity and a guy who's a lot like Elvis Presley. Tesla was a science rock star in his day, famous for his development of alternating current, or AC. Well, that's the first half of AC/DC, who are actual rock stars. The DC part of the brand's name is direct current, Thomas Edison's version of how to deliver electricity. Tesla used to work for Edison before a dispute over money and their different ideas about electricity split them apart. In time, Tesla's alternating current idea won out, even though Edison is way more famous. Tesla's rock and roll connections make him much cooler, however. I mean, does Edison have a band named after him? Tesla does, even if their last hit was, well, 20 years ago. Plus, in the movie The Prestige, Tesla was played by David Bowie, who is arguably one of the coolest rock stars ever. Tesla also filed the first patent in U.S. history for radio, helping pave the way for the spread of rock and roll and Elvis some 50 years later.
Macon, are you ready to finally give up?
Well, no. I'm not really even tied down.
Really, Chattels? Again? Why did we go to the Costco and buy all that rope if you're not going to use it?
So we've built, we've practiced, and now it's time for the real thing. So you can see that we've mounted both of the components that they were using beforehand up here on this double staircase. We've got the ramp, 4 meter long, we've got the 60-degree launch, and then we have the grind rails. And the idea is they come all the way down to the grind rails onto the stop. So the point system for Tech Day isn't that complicated, but it is diverse. You can earn points by going down the ramp. 1 point if you actually launch off the ramp. An additional 2 points if you grind down the grind rail. 3 points if you make it all the way down the grind rail and land wheels down on the ground. And 4 points if you actually stop on the target. But there are lots of ways you can get points. One way is to name 10 Bond gadgets.
Ejector seat.
Ejector seat from the Aston Martin. Another way is to name 10 Bond supervillains. Scaramanga. Good. So Knick-Knack and Scaramanga. Other ways were to dress up, like Bond or like Q. So there are lots of points you can earn during Tech Day. Get a good gauge of the distance. It's the same as you were just practicing on. Ooh, almost, Keenan. Okay, I got it. Watch out. You're already ready to go.
Try to make it a little lighter. And I'm just gonna kind of throw it down there. Pray.
No, I mean.
That was better than my friend.
Should I shove it a little? You want to?
Let's see where it landed. Not good.
That was bad.
It's really hard to tell how it's going down.
It's gonna go straight or
Push
not.
it. I was like,
I think the ramp's a little tilted too. So
It was pretty challenging. I mean, it's hard to get everything right and have everything come together perfect. So.
And the visual may not have been as pleasing as you wanted it to be, and that's a good thing. And here's why. It's a good thing because if you realize that you haven't done something correctly, that means you've learned something.
You may have succeeded this time, Macon, but I'll be back. Chattels, ready the escape pod.
Let's check out the old mailbag. Let's start with a letter from Maria, who asks, Mr. Macon, the last episode was shot at the Vancouver Library. What was it like down there? Well, Maria, the new library building is awesome, and so are the staff members. And I'll bet you they have all of Ian Fleming's Bond books there. If you have a question, email it to me. It's scienceshow@vansd.org. I might just answer your question on the next episode. So here's the point. Today wasn't all that successful. The design, the build, the execution, it didn't all come together. It wasn't all that great. However, scientists, engineers, heck, Q himself shows up to the office some days and it doesn't work. Whatever they're building, whatever the problem they're trying to solve. Sometimes it just doesn't work. But if you come back the next day, and the next day, and the day after that, and you learn from what didn't work the day before, that's a good thing. And eventually, you'll find success. And that's the point. What the heck? Why am I back on the table? Hey guys, I'm back on the table. And I'm like really tied up. Guys? Guys, hey, this is seriously not funny. Come on back. I know you're laughing somewhere. Come on, it's not funny. Guys, not cool. Where are you? Come, hey, not okay.
Quit laughing at me. It's funny. The only one dancing. That's funny.